How do we accurately value financial contracts when there is no one market price? In non-centralized counterparty trading, valuation is often based on models which are built from incomplete data and structural assumptions. Particularly, one of the most important yet fragile assumptions has to do with correlations across bonds with different tenors and currencies. My name is Jason. At BMO Capital Markets, I developed a novel correlation correction algorithm designed to better capture these cross-currency, cross-tenor correlations. And the result? Significantly improved valuations across the whole fixed income counterparty portfolio. I'll walk through the approach, why it works, and just how well it did. So to start, we get historical swap rate data from Bloomberg, which we use as a proxy for bond correlations. We do this by performing a principal component analysis and decomposing it into factors. So for each currency, we have, let's say, 8 different tenors. We want that to become 3 factors. Afterwards, we get the sample correlation for these different factors, which would look something like that for a given currency, three factors per currency, of course. And then a problem arises here because correlation matrices have to follow 3 specific constraints. They must be positive semi-definite, they must be have unidiagonal, and they must be symmetric. The first one, positive semi-definite, this one causes a lot of problems because sample data is often messy and doesn't satisfy that constraint. So a correction must be done in order to correct the matrix such that it satisfies all constraints. The old method of doing so was using the Hayem algorithm, which tended to distort correlations between certain major currencies, like say a USD 1-year bond and a CAD 5-year. You can imagine why that'd be problematic because even though it only appears as 2% in the factors, it might be something like 20 or 30% in the final map to tenor currency space correlation matrix, which of course is not what we want. That's a huge disparity from the original 0. So to correct that, I used the novel alternating direction method of multipliers algorithm, which relies on optimization and adds an additional constraint to keep certain blocks of the matrix the same, notably the ones with major currencies like GBP, CAD, and USD. As you can see, for those blocks kept the same, the results are no longer distorted and everything appears to be in order. As for the final valuations, we have the Hayem algorithm, of course, caused final valuation to be distorted massively by something like 100,000 per trade, which is pretty big if it's across the whole portfolio. But using my new Hayem algorithm, the difference shrinks to just about 5, or under 10 at the very least. A massive difference, and it just goes to show how important your assumptions can be, more so than the data sometimes. Thank you.